we've had some really cool action in the Frame.io and Adobe booth, and people have been asking us what's going on. So for those of you that couldn't be here while we were doing it at the show, we wanted to bring to you what we call the workflow zone. The workflow zone is not just a bunch of independent products working together. It's actually showing an entire sequence from A to Z of a clip going through the entire cloud-based workflow with Frame.io as the collaboration layer. So we're going to show it to you right now in one take. So we're starting here with a red Komodo using a Teradek Serve 4K. Derek here is going to roll a take of Alyssa on our red Raptor right here shooting. And as he rolls a take and gets us a shot, we can roll picture and sound, and that asset is going to transmit directly into Frame.io. There it is. That's uploading in the convention center using 5G hotspots. And so that technology is part of what we're doing. But before we go to that, we want to just show our second station here, which is about color. We're doing an ACES pipeline workflow. So the clip that Derek just shot on a Komodo is in log. It's in red log 3G10. And now we have Pomfret Live Grade, which is also integrated into Frame.io. Pomfret is a color correction tool with LUTs and CDLs. So what Derek does is apply a CDL, and that CDL is what the DP's look can now be transmitted into the cloud because it publishes that asset directly into Frame.io. So CDLs and now video and audio all publishing centrally into Frame.io. So now what? Well, we could watch that back, but before we do, we want to show an ACES workflow for dailies. So we have Eric here from ColorFront. Eric's able to take a ColorFront file, and inside a ColorFront, he can read the original file that Derek shot in log. He's opening that asset now, and not only is he getting the picture and sound asset, he's also getting the LUT and CDL through Pomfret Live Grade. So those assets come in here. There's the shot of Alyssa, and inside that shot, he's applying the look in ACES, and he can start rendering out an asset. So now that he's applied the look, we'll do an output here, and he'll send that look right into Frame.io. So what's really cool about this particular section so far of our production workflow is we're doing it all in the cloud. Remember, that first asset went to the cloud, picture and sound, LUTs to the cloud, and ColorFront is also a cloud-based tool, so you can actually access it. Nothing's been downloaded here yet. So now we've got our dailies done, so now we want to look at editorial. Rob here is in Premiere Pro, and what Rob's able to do is take our asset, and he's able to read both the log file that Derek originally shot or the rendered color correction file that Eric just rendered in the cloud. So a post-production company can either pull down the log file themselves, or they can get a dailies rendered colored shot, which Eric even put window burn and watermark on and things like that. And that asset is able to load into Premiere Pro through the Premiere Pro Frame.io panel. If you are a Creative Cloud customer, you're able to access Frame.io for free. It's now part of your Creative Cloud account. And so you can go to the Frame.io panel, and now you can browse clips right in Frame.io and bring them into timelines. So we've done picture, we've done sound, we've done LUTs, we've done rendering, we've done dailies, we've done editing, and now we get to DI. ColorFront delivered an asset for dailies, but Baselight from the company Filmlight does full DI color. And so now Frame.io is integrated into Baselight. So Peter here is able to look at the original log file. That Teradek file at the beginning shot a 4K H.265 10-bit 422 file. You can do that up to 85 megabits per second. So that might be a high enough file quality for you to actually do DI on. So Peter's got a shot now. He accessed it also all in the cloud. We're still up in the cloud here accessing assets from that first take that we did a few minutes ago. So the last step of this, as Peter does a render, we're able to essentially get our assets and go to one more step, and that is Apple TV. Frame.io up until recently was a web app with the opportunity to use it on iOS and on iPad and iPhones and things like that. But we've just added recently Apple TV for our enterprise plans. What's really great about that solution is I can go into Apple TV and I have the ability to browse all my dailies, and I can start seeing all the assets. And even if I go into this today, the original clip that we shot is inside of my video folder. I can go to my Komodo Serve, and here's the take that actually was transmitted from Eric in ColorFront. But I can also go through, so this was that take, but I can also go into my Exports tab, and I have a different directory here, And now I can see the clip that Peter rendered. So this is the color corrected output from Baselight. So if you think about everything we just did, we demonstrated a full cloud-to-cloud end-to-end workflow. And this is what people have been noticing coming to Cinegear, is seeing it's not just about the individual features, it's about the collaboration layer, the hooks that connect these content creators with their assets and their collaborators. That's what Frame.io is. We're not here to build every single solution. We're here to connect every tool that people use to each other. That way you have one login, one password, one location, one security system, one admin system, so that you can connect all of these tools. You saw a number of tools together that allow us to do that. And there are ways to now connect almost every camera together. The show's about to open. This has been a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and check us out at Frame.io. Welcome to what we call the workflow zone.